Dreaming of building your perfect barndominium? That wide-open living space, the rustic charm, the workshop just a few steps away. It's an amazing vision. But before you break ground, hold on a second. Are you sure you're not about to make one of these incredibly common and costly mistakes? Stick with me, because today I'm sharing the top pitfalls first-time barndo builders fall into and, more importantly, how you can avoid them to save a ton of time, money, and stress. Let's get started. The number one mistake, and honestly the biggest one, is poor planning and budgeting. It is so exciting to get started that many people rush into construction without a truly detailed plan or an accurate cost estimate. They see a base price for a kit and think, I can afford that. But they forget about all the hidden costs: clearing the land, grading, pouring the slab, running utilities, getting permits. It all adds up fast. The best advice I can give you is to finalize your entire design before a single shovel hits the dirt. And always create a contingency fund. Set aside at least 10 to 15% of your total budget for those unexpected surprises. Because trust me, there will be surprises. This safety net will keep your project on track without forcing you to cut corners later. Next up, a mistake that can derail your project before it even starts: choosing the wrong location or land. You might find a beautiful piece of property for a great price, but is it zoned for residential use? Can you even build a barndominium there? Some areas have restrictions. Beyond zoning, what about the land itself? Is it on a floodplain? Does it have terrible drainage that will turn your property into a swamp every time it rains? Is the terrain so uneven that site prep costs will skyrocket? Before you sign any papers, get a professional site inspection and a soil test. This will tell you exactly what you're getting into and prevent you from buying a piece of land that turns your dream home into a logistical nightmare. It's a small upfront cost that can save you tens of thousands down the road. Mistake number 3 is a big one for the DIY crowd: ignoring local building codes and permits. I hear it all the time. It's just a metal building, like a barn. Do I really need a permit for that? The answer is almost always a resounding yes. As soon as you add living quarters, a kitchen, a bathroom, bedrooms, it becomes a residence, and it must meet all local residential building codes for safety, electrical, plumbing, and more. Skipping the permit process might seem like a clever shortcut, but it can lead to massive fines, stop work orders, or even being forced to tear down what you've already built. The smart move: your very first call should be to your local building authority. Find out exactly what they require and ensure your plans are fully compliant before you start. It's not worth the risk to do it any other way. Alright, let's talk about the money again with mistake number 4, underestimating the total construction costs. Those prefab barndominium kits can look incredibly affordable online, and they are a great starting point. But the price you see is often just for the basic shell. It doesn't include the foundation, delivery, construction, or any of the interior finishes. And that's where the costs can really start to climb. Insulation, drywall, flooring, kitchen cabinets, countertops, plumbing fixtures, lighting. It all adds up much faster than you think. When you start customizing that cheap kit, the price tag can easily double or triple. My tip here is to get detailed, itemized quotes from multiple builders. Don't just look at the final number. And be realistic about your finishes. You can always upgrade your countertops or flooring later on, so plan for what you can comfortably afford right now. Now for mistake number 5, designing a floor plan that doesn't actually fit your lifestyle. It's easy to fall in love with a layout you see online. It looks beautiful on paper, with huge open spaces and soaring ceilings. But have you thought about how you'll actually live in it day to day? Where will you put your muddy boots when you come in from outside? Is there enough storage for all your stuff? If you work from home, is there a dedicated office space away from the noise of the main living area? Think about your daily routines, your hobbies, and how you entertain guests. Before you commit to a floor plan, use a 3D modeling tool or ask your designer for a virtual walkthrough. This lets you walk through your home and visualize how the space will function in real life, helping you catch awkward layouts or wasted space before it's too late. This next one is crucial for comfort and your long-term energy bills. Mistake number 6 is skimping on insulation and ventilation. Metal is a fantastic conductor of heat and cold. That means a poorly insulated barndominium will feel like an oven in the summer and an icebox in the winter. Many builders, especially those new to barndos, underestimate just how much insulation is needed to keep the indoor temperature stable and comfortable. This isn't just about comfort, it's about your wallet. Poor insulation means your hook system will be working overtime, leading to sky-high energy bills every single month. So, invest in high-quality spray foam or rigid foam board insulation. Pay attention to their value. Also, consider energy-efficient windows, a well-ventilated attic or roof ridge, and even radiant barriers. It's an upfront investment that pays for itself over and over again. Let's be honest, one of the appeals of a barndo is the potential for some good old-fashioned DIY. But mistake number 7 is DIY overload, taking on way more than you can handle. It's tempting to think you can save a ton of money by doing everything yourself. And while you might be great at painting or laying down laminate flooring, are you experienced in framing, electrical wiring, or plumbing? A small mistake in these critical areas can lead to major rework, failed inspections, or even serious safety hazards. Be honest about your skills and your available time. My advice is to tackle the cosmetic finishes yourself. That's the fun part anyway. But leave the structural, electrical, and plumbing work to licensed professionals. It will ensure the job is done right, done safely, and done on time. Mistake number 8 is a short-sighted one, forgetting about future expansion. When you're trying to stick to a budget, it's easy to think, this is all the space we need right now. But what about 5 or 10 years from now? Will your family have grown? Might you start a new hobby that needs a dedicated workshop? Or maybe you'll want to add a guest suite or an in-law apartment. One of the best things about barndominiums is how easily they can be expanded. But you have to plan for it from the beginning. Talk to your designer about a flexible floor plan that allows for easy add-ons later. This could mean positioning the building on your lot to leave room for an extension, or designing a wall that can be easily removed to open up into a new wing. Thinking ahead now will make future growth so much simpler and more affordable. And now for a bonus tip that's often overlooked, neglecting aesthetics and curb appeal. It's easy to get so focused on the functional aspects, the square footage, the workshop space, that you forget your barndo is also your home. Some people end up with a building that looks, well, like a plain metal box. It doesn't have to be that way. You can have all the practical benefits of a barndo while still having a home that looks stunning. It doesn't take much to elevate the design. A few simple exterior upgrades can make a world of difference. Consider adding a large covered porch, using wood or stone accents on the facade, installing modern garage doors and lighting fixtures, or investing in some basic landscaping. These touches can completely transform the look of your barndominium from purely functional to absolutely beautiful. So there you have it. By avoiding these common mistakes, from poor planning and budgeting to skimping on insulation and forgetting about curb appeal, you can make your building process so much smoother. Planning smart and building wisely is the key to creating the barndominium of your dreams without the nightmare headaches. I hope these tips help you on your journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more barndominium guides, tours, and floor plan ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.